Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Secretary, thank you again for being here. I mentioned to you on our way in that my mom and dad had a little opportunity to spend some time with your wife in Michigan, and they were really appreciative of that. So
Thank
please
you.
extend our thanks to your wife on behalf of our family, too. So thank you for that. Wanted to ask you about, I think as you acknowledged in your opening remarks, your first day in office, that we had this tragic collision here over the airspace in Washington, D.C., and that military aircraft that collided with the American Airlines flight. I've actually introduced a bill that would begin the process of adding the collision avoidance system that our civilian aircraft have and apply that to our military rotary wing aircraft that, generally speaking, do not carry that on board. I flew the same Black Hawk helicopters that had that tragic collision over the airspace just a few miles from here. I'm curious if you have any thoughts on, some of the interoperability of these systems like TCAS, like ADSB, that may have prevented this accident from happening. Obviously, there was a whole chain of circumstances that led to that collision and failures at different levels. But I'm curious on your thoughts about some of these pilot-assisted systems like TCAS or ADSB and what they might have done to prevent.
So I'm grateful that you're all focusing on this. Again, I think the rules were too loose. And again, if there's military missions, 100%, we want to make sure that you can fly without notice, right? We don't want TCAS. We don't want other systems at play. But if you're flying a mission, if you're moving VIPs from the Pentagon, we should all see the space.
Yes.
And I would welcome the opportunity to work with you. And by the way, if we're going to fly, I get we have to fly missions in DC. This is a critical place in America. But you also don't have to fly those missions at 6 o'clock at night. You could fly them at 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's train at different times when there's far less traffic in our airspace. Really smarter.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I appreciate your effort to really restrict the airspace for those types of flights when we have civilian air traffic as congested as it is that would potentially lead to that interference. I know that as soon as that military unit restored operations, there was a near miss of only a couple hundred feet, and that I know animated your reaction. Can you tell us what, where you've been at with the Secretary of Defense or with the other agencies responsible for that, and that we can be assured that there is that deconfliction going on right
The Secretary of Defense has been incredibly cooperative. He's an old friend of mine and my family's. He is working with us. He understands what we're trying to accomplish. At some point, if we can figure this out, he has interests and equities that I want to be considerate of, but I have to be focused on my priority, which is safety. And he understands that, and we've had a lot of different conversations, me with him, but also our teams.
Great. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.